For the February cover, we're putting the spotlight on Gen Z personalities rewriting the It Girl lookbook. We have Siobhan Moylan, Angelina Cruz, Erika Poturnak, Lorin Gutierrez, and Pam Prinster, all stylish and promising in their own right. There were very subtle pop culture references. So if you've watched Mean Girls, Gossip Girl, Clueless, Scream Queens, you've probably caught some of those Easter eggs. All very subtle nods though. We didn't attempt to recreate them exactly in the same way that our girls have also been embracing their own narratives and paving their own paths. We feature designers including Gucci, Self Portrait, Thom Browne, Fendi, and then of course some local designers like Rahul Laurel, Chris Nick, and Donna Lynn. So basically, the fashion direction was inspired by your proverbial queen bee.
For the cover story, the main question was, how do you define an it girl? What makes an it girl? To get to that answer, you'll have to trace the history of the term. So for the cover story, I wanted to give an overview of the it girls of the past, including Clara Bow from the 1920s to Bianca Jagger and Jane Birkin from the 1970s. And most especially in the Philippine setting, which was made famous by the millennial it girls like Ann Curtis, Solan Yusuf, Georgina Wilson, Isabel Daza, and Liz Uy. But as the Gen Z arrived, things are expectedly different from what came before them. One of these happened to be the subject of authenticity and how Gen Zs take value in being the real deal on social media, as opposed to maybe the older generations focus on hyper-curated Instagram feeds. Gen Z is all about being their authentic selves, which translates to young women like Angelina, Lorin, Erika, Siobhan, and Pam as burgeoning it girls most especially. They also typify this kind of Gen Z ideology. With all these generations, the definition of the it girl is not set in stone. But for these Gen Zs at least, it's all about being authentic.
Since we had 5 girls to dress in total, the main challenge for the shoot was to curate outfits that went together and that looked cohesive on set, in line with the fashion direction that was, but to also showcase their own personality through their unique outfits. Needless to say, it was a challenge to get everything ready by the shoot date, but thanks to the team, we made it happen.
So for the first layout, it's just a plain white background. So think of it as your regular Barkada pic, but make it fashion. So we referenced a lot of early Versace editorials and a lot of Richard Avedon photographs. So each of the girls had their own solo shot, and then we also did a group shot with all of the girls. So for the second layout, it's set in a bathroom. We wanted to show the typical chikahan sa CR. I think when girls or anyone in general is having a conversation sa bathroom, it can be very intimate. And there's a special bond when that happens. The last layout is the cover layout. It's the car scene. So we wanted to reference Mean Girls and White Chicks, a lot of those films. And then we really planned out the cover, as in we drew out where each girl will be placed. So the poses were very planned and it was very technical. And I think BJ Pascual really did a good job achieving what we had in mind. The girls were also super game in doing a lot of poses, different varieties. So yeah, I think that really helped as well.
For this shoot, we had the pleasure of collaborating with photographer BJ Pascual, production designer Princess Barreto, and makeup artist Muriel Vega Perez and his team. Mounting a production this scale is quite a challenge, so it was very important that we were working with teammates and contribs, of course, who understood and wanted to bring the same vision to life. So on the day of the shoot, as you see the set, the photos, the makeup, the clothes, and the cover star, seeing it all come together was such a wow moment.
For me, my favorite layouts, there's actually 2 layouts. So we did a restroom layout and then we did another shopping elevator layout. And The reason why I love these two layouts the most was mainly because of the style of the outfits. So for both of those two layouts, they were dressed in Clueless inspired outfits. And I just love how, despite they all had the same style going on, we were still able to capture each of the individual girls' different personalities and looks.
For the video, when I first saw Bax's creative direction with all the sets and everything, I've already had a story planned out. So the video starts with the bathroom scene. The reason why we chose to start the video with that is to establish the closeness and the bond formed inside the bathroom. Like when you know when girls go into the bathroom, it means that they're close. So parang I wanted to establish that type of girlhood bonding in that scene. And then it transitions into the car scene, which is basically just showing how the girls are just playing around and just having fun and enjoying their youth. So from the car layout, they were actually driving to the mall, just another layout, the shopping layout. So again, I think that's one of a really iconic and universal experience of girlhood. Just shopping with your friends and trying out clothes. I think everyone can relate to that. The next scene is they're having like a photo shoot. From the shopping scene, they were actually trying out clothes for the photo shoot. Photo shoot scene, I think that's also like a very iconic Barkada experience, where you guys take photos in the photo studio in the mall and just have fun, play around. I think the overall vibe of the video is really just celebrating girlhood and enjoying your youth.
When I initially saw the pegs, I actually really liked it kasi the concept was they want a set that intentionally looks like a set. And we have like 3 different pegs. So we have one, each the girls are in a street and I can have it styled lang talaga na it looks like in a studio. So that one actually I really like it kasi can actually make it block it well kasi we made the set bigger. I was really worried for the set na the elevator. Never done it. So luckily it's still stylized, so I have the liberty to execute it. That's what I got excited about. When I was thinking about it, it's a good thing that the whole team is collaborative together with BJ.
When I saw the deck, I loved it initially, as in like my first impressions, like I want to do this now. And then when we did the meeting, I got even more excited because we were all, like everyone, Princess, Bax, and the whole team were throwing ideas in, and like very minor na lang naman yung differences, like colors and blocking, and parang refining the details lang of the set. I loved working with the preview team because everyone really had like an input. I think for me, when it comes to shooting, also get energy from like all the people that's working on the shoot, and everyone's just like great today. We had a long day. I think we shot for 11 hours, 12. We shot for 12 hours, but like everyone had really great energy, so I had fun.